Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haya and I just have one question for you tonight. Islam is a religion of peace and freedom of thought and freedom of speech. So why in the Quran does it say that if a Muslim who is born a Muslim should be punished by death if he chooses not to follow the religion anymore?
Sister, you said the Quran says that a person who is born as a Muslim and he changes his religion, he should put to death. Sister, I don't know of any verse in the Quran. You point out in the Quran, there is no such verse in the Quran talking about that a person who is a Muslim and then who changes his faith, he should be put to death. But there are certain rulings. But if you go back to the history, the seerah of the Prophet, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we know that when the Prophet went to Medina, there was one Sahaba who came and said that when the Prophet said, go and kill these kafirs, they are causing problems, they are the enemies. So one of the Sahaba said that please forgive my brother. And the Prophet didn't kill him. And later on that person accepted Islam. So it's not a general rule that any person who's a Muslim who becomes a murtad, he has to be put to death. The ruling is if a person who is a Muslim, who becomes a murtad, who changes his faith and propagates against the religion of Islam, then the penalty is death. And this is in most of the countries. For example, if in the country of India, there's a citizen of India who shares the secret prints of the Indian army with the enemy, the Indian law will say he should be put to death or life imprisonment. This is the same law in America, same in UK for apostasy. The same law that is there that if you sell some secret of the country, either death penalty or life imprisonment. So in Islam, it is not a normal ruling that a person who is a Muslim, when he becomes a non-Muslim, should be put to death. Only if he propagates against Islam and conspires against Islam, then is the ruling of death, sister. Hope that answers the question, sister.
Thank you so much. Yes, you did.
You're most welcome, sister.
One thing you said was that
Brother,
God has to be...
the last question.
Yeah, God has to be logical, you said, yeah? So why did he
Not God has to be logical, God is logical.
God is logical, okay. So why did he choose, taking into account Islam is the correct religion, why did he choose to bring you into this world in Islam and so many others in a different religion? So that means he's being partial from the birth.
Very good question. Brother asked the question that some people are born in Muslim family and a person born in Muslim family, chances Muslim. Born in non-Muslim family, non-Muslim. So why is God impartial? Maybe if you were born in a Muslim family, you would have been a Muslim.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, yes.
Very
That's
good
how
question.
it usually goes.
Very good question. The criteria to go to Jannah is not to be born in a Muslim family. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, every child is born in Din al-Fitr. He's born as a Muslim. Yes. He submits his will to God. Later on, he's been influenced by his parents, by his elders, by his teachers. Then he starts doing idol worship, fire worship. He converts. Therefore, when a non-Muslim becomes the Muslim, the more appropriate word is revert rather than convert. He comes back to the original faith. Now, the criteria to go to Jannah is not to be born in a Muslim family. Sure. The criteria to go to Jannah is Surah Al-Asr, chapter number 103, verse number 1 to 3, which says, Wal Asr, Innal insana lafi khusr, illa alladhina amanu, wa amilu salihati, wa tawasaw bil haqq, wa tawasaw bis sabr. That by the token of time, man is very in a state of loss, except those who have faith. Those who have righteous deeds, those who exhort people to truth, and those who exhort people to patience and perseverance. The criteria to go to Jannah is all four things. Iman, righteous deeds, exhorting people to truth, exhorting people to patience and perseverance. If a person is born in a Muslim family, the first criteria, the chances are more. Yes. Not the remaining three.
Yes.
Fine? Now you may be born in a righteous family, but not having Iman. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, why was he born in a Christian family or a Hindu family? You know, he should be born. I mean, it's more likely that he gets the other things easily.
There are four things to go to Jannah. If a person is born in a Muslim family but does not have righteous deeds, does not do dawah, he'll go to hell.
Yeah, okay.
He will not go to heaven.
Yeah,
only by having a name, Zakir, Muhammad, Abdullah, Sultan, will not take you to heaven. Even practice is important. You may be born in a family which has righteous deeds, but may not be having Iman. So everyone has different combinations. But Almighty God says in Surah Fusilat, chapter number 41, verse number 53, Sanurihim ayatina fil afaqi wa fi anfusihim Hatta yatabayyana annahu al-haq. Soon we shall show them our signs in the furthest regions of the horizons and into their soul until it is clear to them that this is the truth. So Allah takes it upon himself that to every human being he'll put in his heart directly that this is the truth. Like how God sent me to put it directly into your heart here.
Yeah.
Correct?
So,
Now,
so you mean to say there is no advantages? Yeah.
No, there are advantages.
So it's a big advantage. You got everything very easy. But for a person who's in a different religion, he doesn't even come to know about it.
You got so easy. Yeah. In 3 hours you got it directly. Very easy. Right or wrong? You don't think it to be easy.
Yes.
See how you take it. I'm saying how lucky you are compared to the other non-Muslims. You attended my talk.
Yes.
Yet you're not accepting it. Who's to blame? You or God?
Yes.
You.
Yeah, but there are
not
things.
Me.
There are things. There are a lot. Religion is a big thing.
Not big thing. You want to make it big, you make it big. You want to make it important, it's important.
Yeah.
The problem is that Almighty God puts in every human being directly. Not always to Dr. Zakir Naik. Yeah. I am only 0.00001%. Yeah. It's not me. Some through me, some through others, some directly. So on the day of judgment, you cannot complain to God. At least you cannot complain. Yeah. You cannot go and tell God, I didn't know about Islam.
Yeah, I cannot. Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah, I cannot.
Because you may be having more knowledge of Islam than many Muslims born in Muslim families.
Yeah.
Because the way you're quoting Quran, the way you're asking me question, I'm sure. Yeah. So now, after reading so much about Islam, and yet if you don't accept, Allah will question you. Yeah. You have no excuse whatsoever. The other non-Muslim will deal with them afterwards. Yeah. Let's talk about you first.
Yes.
You have no question at all on the day of judgment.
I have. I can say there were a few things which I did not get the right answers.
No, there are many Muslims who are born in Muslim family, not few, have many questions which are not answered.
Yes.
You have few, they have many. So you are in a better position. You cannot complain to God. You have few questions not answered.
I would give God that these are the basis because they did not get answered. That's why I did not accept it. If I don't accept it, maybe I will later. I don't know.
Which question you don't have? Tell me now. Tell me now. Come on. You can tell God, Dr. Zakir Naik asked you in front of 20-30,000 people, what question you don't know about the Quran? Come on.
First of all, the answer that you gave, that it is because of media and blue films. I know small kids who don't even have access to that, and still they have those.
Which kids? Name them. What nonsense you're talking? I'm a medical doctor. What do you know? Are you a medical doctor?
I have seen it.
Are you a medical doctor?
Well, let me tell you.
Are you a medical doctor? Yes or no?
I'm not. I'm an engineer.
I'm a medical doctor. Fine.
Okay.
Now you are telling a doctor you have seen. If I tell you that I have seen a building made of paper, come in Bombay. I have seen a building, the pillars were made of paper. Will you believe in it?
I won't. I have not seen it.
So finish.
Yeah.
See, this is the first alu ahli zikri in kuntul ta'lamun. Ask the person who knows. Now I have seen, you have seen. Does it carry weight?
Yeah.
I have seen a building made of paper. Will you believe?
No, but your point is that it's only because of media. But I know.
No, point is it is not genetic. There is no scientific proof at all. It is genetic. I'm telling you.
Right.
What I'm telling you, it can be one of the reasons.
Yeah.
There can be 20 other reasons. Right. One of the reasons can be media. Yeah. You tell me it can't be media, I'll disprove you.
Right.
One of the reasons can be media.
Right.
Fine?
Yeah,
very good.
Actually, I have to go through all the other questions.
Very well, go through.
And I will need some time, and then
take your time.
I will do it.
But hope it's not too late. I don't know how long I'm going to live.
Well, see, if I die in the state of getting more knowledge, then I can always tell God that I was just getting more and more knowledge.
You cannot. I'm telling you, you cannot. I will give Shahada on the day of judgment. I give you a chance. You cannot. See, I don't know I'm going to live tomorrow or not.
See, 90% of my questions are answered, but I have to go through more things.
People accept Islam with 10% acceptance. Saw that girl. According to me, you have more knowledge than all the people who accepted Islam, according to mine.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's true. But my principle is, unless I'm 100% clear, I will not take such a big step. I will only take that big step if I'm 100% clear.
Many things you did in life without knowing 100%. Did you know how much you're going to earn in Dubai that you came here 100%?
Yeah. See, that way I'm ready to say the thing. But the thing is, I've seen some Muslims who say that if you have an iota of doubt, then you're not a Muslim. So
who said that?
They say if you have...
Are you going to follow the Quran or are you going to say some Muslim? Forget about Muslims.
No,
you want to judge?
You have to believe it in 100%. Even if you have 99% faith.
Who said that? Who said that? Does the Quran say that?
It doesn't say that.
You follow Quran, don't follow the other Muslims. Don't follow me also, follow Quran.
So if I tell you that I believe that Prophet Muhammad was a prophet of God 90% and 10% I have doubts, am I a Muslim?
See,
you tell me
do you believe in messenger or not a God? Other doubts are separate.
I believe in one God and I believe in his messengers.
90%.
I believe it is, yes, 90%. I have.
Which 10% you don't believe? Tell me now, I'll clarify
I
that.
can't recall those questions now.
Fine.
Yeah,
So you
I have
can't
to go-
recall. This is escapism.
No, not really. I am true to my heart.
I am
I'm not escaping.
I am not asking you to accept Islam. I'm not asking you.
I know.
I'm only telling you, if God forbid something happens to you before you accept Islam, you will not be forgiven. I'm only telling you
See,
an advice.
I'm not being prejudiced here. I'm being true.
Take your time. Take your time. When you need me, you can call me on the email.
Sure.
Zakir@irf.net. My pleasure to reply to you, brother.
How do you spell IRF?
IRF.net.
IRF.net. Okay.
It's a short form for Islamic Research Foundation.
Right, okay.
Yes, or you can watch me on Peace TV.
Sure.
Inshallah.
All right, okay. Thank you so much. See you
Yes,
next
sir.
time.
Inshallah.
No non-Muslim ladies, but we have a revert sister. So if the chairperson permits, could we allow her?
Okay, we'd allow that.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mariam Sharif. I'm from Ireland and a physical therapist by profession. Alhamdulillah, I got a chance to accept Islam. But my question is, my father never got the chance, and shirk is the biggest sin, and I want to know if there is a specific dua or something I can read on his name so that his sin will be forgiven.
Sister asked a question that Alhamdulillah she had accepted Islam, and she says that unfortunately her father, he died as a mushrik. So can I read any dua, anything in his name so that sin can be forgiven? Sister, the Quran says in Surah Nisa chapter number 4 verse number 48, Surah Nisa chapter number 4 verse number 116, that if Allah pleases, He may forgive any sin. But the sin of shirk, He will never forgive. Because a person who has done shirk has committed the most heinous sin. So except for shirk, any other sin, if the person is doing shirk and before he dies, if he repents, inshallah Allah will forgive. But if he dies as a mushrik, he is destined for hell. There is no other option. And this is also narrated in the Quran. When Ibrahim, may peace be upon him, Prophet Ibrahim, when he prays for his father, who was a mushrik, then a verse was revealed that when the person is alive, you can ask Allah to give hidayah to your parents, to your father, to your mother, to your brother. May Allah guide them to the straight path. But if they die as a mushrik, and if you know they die as a mushrik, you cannot pray for them. You can only pray that, oh my God, oh my Lord Allah, make from my offsprings Muslims who will submit their will to Allah. And this is the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam. His father also was a mushrik. But he does a dua in Surah Hajj, chapter number 22, the last few verses. He prays that make my offsprings those who would submit their will to Allah, who will be Muslims. And we find that both his children, Ishmael alayhi salam and Ishaq alayhi salam, both of them became messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what I request to you, sister, you make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may your offsprings be the one who will submit their will to Allah and be on the straight path. Hope that answers the question.